Here's what we know. Over 50 years ago, in November of 1946, Dr. Ophelia Turner was 27. She had recently returned home to the Olympic Peninsula to lick her wounds after a failed stint in academia. In a fit of obsession or redemption, or, quite frankly, both, she cobbled together a laboratory in her basement and produced the first limb wave on nothing but a killer hunch and plain ingenuity. Or so the story goes. It's never clearly stated anywhere what limb waves and limb technology really were. It's all vague claims and wild theories, dreams that border more on the mystical than the scientific. What we do know is that LIM stood for unlimited frequency. Radio waves, once souped up and modulated just right, supposedly enabled the control of matter in a way that modern science both back then and now could only dream of. After Dr. Turner's discovery, she and a few friends, scientists and PhDs all, toyed with LIM in their garage labs for about 4 years. The local police and fire departments start making regular house calls, spurred on by increasingly disgruntled neighbors calling in about incidents that seem to grow larger and more disturbing as the years go on. After one too many reports, the federal government takes notice, and thus begins their severe interest in LIM technology. The next part happens quickly. In 1955, the United States government seizes not only the physical area where Dr. Turner and her scientists live, but the entire concept of LIM technology. The area is at first evacuated under the pretense of safety, but quickly commandeered by the government. They establish a brand new department called ARDA, Advanced Resonance Development Authority, which was to be headed by Dr. Turner herself.
You're not the first to try crossing the old wall since the anomalies moved in. But we'll make sure you're the first to survive. 2 things to keep in mind. First, to get through the old wall,
There are 5 crossing points. You need to induce the electrical grid the entire way by driving the car close enough and fast enough along the conductors. You'll see them as you go. Once you jumpstart the grid, Тобиас will route the mid-zone power your way, but no induction, no power, no crossing. Second, watch your battery gauge. You will live or die by that thing. Got it? Good. Start by connecting the power grid at the first
crossing point. The controls will be up in the observation tower.
shuttle stops at each crossing point. Use them to recharge your battery and hope they're still in working condition after all these years.
how's the power routing?
Well, the neighbors are complaining about the flickering lights, but I told them to light some candles and sit tight.
Francis?
Levels are good, holding steady.
Circuit complete. Keep it up, driver. interference, Tobias. The power supply is wavering.
I'm working on it. A local battery farm's putting up a fuss. She hasn't been taxed like this in a while, but I'm easing her into it, don't worry.
Reporting total power drain. They're spent.
How long to recharge?
Could take up to a day.
Oh, I got this.
Total power loss on stations 9 through 15.
I'm on it. Oh, shit.
Get that power back up. The gate at the final crossing point won't open without it.
I'm rerouting power from Battery Farm 6.
Easy. Too much and you'll blow out your control center.
Too little and the entire array's going down. We have no choice.
The fuse box is
I'll be ready for you.
Stay with us.
I got you on me. Friends. Well, what do you know? One time, I find myself out of things to say. Bobby, take care of him for me.
Tobias!
Francis, I love you forever.
I love you forever.
Power's back online. Francis, now!
Tobias, answer. Someone is answering.
Don't do it! You can't go out there! Driver, the power's holding steady. You could open that final gate.
Scrambled in instability. I'm afraid Tobias.
I told you, didn't I? We weren't ready. We should have planned it better. We should have known.
We did the best we could.
No, do not do that. If we had, he'd be here with us.
I'm sorry, but we've got to help the driver.
Don't you dare. What? Wait, is this how you dealt with Alan's death?
You just put your head down and let work fill the gaps?
Actually, that's precisely what I did. And you'll recall the breakthrough in self-healing materials that I made that year.
Oh, well, good for you. I'm sure Alan would have been very proud of you using his death that way.
You know what? That whole pep talk I gave you before to convince you to go through with it. That's precisely the same crap Alan would tell me all the time. It's worth the sacrifice. Stay late, don't worry about me. Finish your work, then we can start a family. always spew that crap.
So why'd you say it to me?
Because he has to have been right. Because if I let myself think he was wrong, then can't live with that regret. I gave everything for Lim. This is the last thing I'm holding on to for myself. Every single day I still think
About how if I had left the zone when we had planned to, I wouldn't have lost Alan. I thought, I hoped that Lim Tech was done killing our own. I'm sorry about Tobias.
Tobias was all I had.
I need to sign off for a while.
We'll be here when you're ready. Glad you got through, driver. Power on that stabilizer, and I'll see you
Back at the garage.